First word or phrase that comes to mind when I think about Shannon Pierce is someone of compassion, someone of strength, someone that exemplifies the true meaning of leadership.
When I think of Shannon Pierce, I think of intentions. She is highly intentional in everything she does. She leads with her heart, she leads with purpose, and she thinks of things in terms of the result that she desires to see in the situation.
Sisterhood is the first word that comes to my mind when I think about Shannon Pierce. And that's because Shannon and I are sisters in so many areas. We are both two African-American women running natural gas companies in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We are also both members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, which means we are automatically sorors and sisters. And we both went through Lead Virginia together in 2024. So in all of those areas, we really have developed sort of deep, lasting bonds. And I really do think of her as my sister. We look out for each other in the same ways. We have each other's backs. When we have questions or something that we need to bounce each other off of, we share that bond. And I really appreciate the sisterhood that I have with Shannon.
Shannon's from this area, so I think having connections, having experiences of what exists in Tidewater from an economic standpoint, from those areas that are really deprived, allows her to focus and be thoughtful on what's required and what's needed, what we can do to make that community better.
She grew up as a child of Surrey going to public schools. And so she understands, she understands what it's like to grow up in those circumstances, and the solutions that she's developing and the service that she's giving through the Boys and Girls Club are really based on personal relationships, personal experiences, but also needs that the community has, and based on her conversations and listening to the needs that the people in the community have. And so her heart for the Boys and Girls Club, her work, her mentorship, her development really are all born out of that experience in Surrey.
Shannon is such an exceptional leader in our community because she sees opportunity and potential in everything and everyone. She understands that if you invest in people and you give them the chance to thrive, they will rise to the occasion, and she is willing to put in the dedication and effort to get people there.
In the short period of time, Shannon is not only a great coach, right? And you can see how people gravitate to her. And I think that's a really important aspect of a leader. Do people gravitate to you? Do they want to spend time with you? And do you reciprocate that, right? And Shannon is, how can I say it, very approachable, right? And she listens.
So she inspires me every day with who she is as a leader, but she also inspires me in her honesty, her candor, and her continued, I would say, partnership in my success. And she does that not just for me, she does that for so many in our company and other companies throughout our community.
And at the same time she's listening, she's also giving you some guidance, some jewels that you can actually use, whether it's in your day-to-day work or you're outside in your community engagement.
She has those deep personal relationships with people in the community, ranging from charitable organizations to elected officials. And so those deep relationships really go a long way. Shannon is also an attorney by trade, and so she's incredibly thoughtful and detail-oriented as she thinks about solutions, as she works through ways for Virginia Natural Gas to focus on innovation, to focus on looking at infrastructure and what it takes to deliver safe, reliable natural gas. And so I think those are two key things why Shannon is a really terrific leader for the time that we're in now.
It's fitting that Shannon's being inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight because it's not just about what she's accomplished, but how she's accomplished it aligns so well with the Boys and Girls Club's values. She's accomplished everything she has with integrity, with generosity, and an unwavering belief in young people and inspiring them to be their best.
I would say Shannon inspires me just in terms of she has a really great attitude of, she's always incredibly powerful, positive, and she always believes that we can do more.
It's just her overall commitment, right, to the community, the improvement of others, their lives, right, their growth, and it's genuine, right? I think when you have someone that's truly engaged, that's willing to spend time, come out and take a look at what the boys and girls are actually doing in their facilities, and to actually spend time at their events, shows you that she's engaged.
She's a steward of the belief that you don't have to see it to be it. She nurtures potential in people, and she gives them the chance to believe in themselves and know that they can achieve their dreams if they're willing to put the work in. If club members could learn one lesson from Shannon, I think that it would be having an insatiable curiosity. She asks questions about everything. She learns about everything. She is a voracious reader. And that curiosity has led her to achieve great things. And curiosity that's sparked in any child can lead them to a future that they could never even imagine.
I want to say thank you too, just for being balanced, because we all give more than a 24-hour day. That's what it seems like sometimes. And so thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your time and commitment. But thank you, number one, for being compassionate and being caring for others.
Shannon, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. You are such a worthy inductee, and I just really appreciate everything you've done to open doors for folks, lead with heart, and just bringing your whole self to everything you do.